In October 2023, Stellantis officially partnered with Leapmotor, an EV newcomer from China, to create a joint venture. The European auto giant will use its existing channels to sell Leapmotor's new cars in Europe. And what we are looking at today will be the first one. This is the Leapmotor C10, a mid-size SUV available in both extended range and pure electric version. You might think all of the Chinese EVs are unconventional and even a bit over the top, but this one, surprisingly, is quite practical, even a bit down to earth, I would say. So in this video, I'll review it in a down to earth way. I'm Harris, you're watching Matt EV. Yes, we've been very busy, so I'm filming it in the hotel room. Compared to their first SUV, C11 from Leapmotor, the C10 is more restrained in design, making it look like an ordinary family car. The hardware differences also tell the same story. The C11 has a double wishbone front suspension focused on handling and a rear motor with a maximum power of 200 kilowatts, while the C10 features a McPherson suspension and a 170 kilowatts motor, giving us more room on the inside. When I asked the people from Leapmotor about the design differences, they explained that a more restrained design will be more appealing to Europeans. Well, what do you guys think? If you actually prefer the look of the C11, well, I'm sorry to say it won't be available in Europe, because unlike the C10, it wasn't developed based on EU standards. Moving on to the interior, we can see it's not as conventional. Like most Chinese EVs, it has an electronic column shifter, two noticeable screens, and no physical buttons whatsoever. While the design looks very simple, the quality is actually quite excellent. If you're European, you will know that the materials of this interior can easily outshine common European family SUVs. Moreover, behind the Tesla-style screen, it actually has quite a few surprises. For an SUV that costs just above 21 grand in China, the C10 is even equipped with the latest Snapdragon 8295 chip and a 2K screen. Interestingly, Leapmotor's former major shareholder was a surveillance product manufacturer in Hangzhou, China called Dahua. So Leapmotor is actually quite capable in developing software. From my experience, this one seems to be more intuitive and user-friendly than Tesla's. Considering that European car makers have hardly started using the 8295 chip, the system of this affordable Chinese EV might even be powerful than almost all European cars. On autonomous driving, the car is equipped with an Orin-X chip, one LiDAR, and a self-developed smart driving solution. But unfortunately, on the day of my test drive, the advanced features were not available. Maybe due to a lower cost, even the driver's seat only has a four-way adjustment. Surprisingly though, the space, posture, and softness are all satisfying. The second row is also great. The backrest can be adjusted, there's a traditional shade for the sunroof, and there are some useful designs in armrest. Most importantly, even someone as tall as me can easily cross their legs. Come to think of it, among all the European SUVs at a similar price point, only those Chinese exclusive versions with extended wheelbase can offer this kind of rear seat. Just like its appearance, the dynamics of the C10 is also not very distinctive. The accelerator is very gentle, it feels a bit too calm even in sport mode. The steering is precise, but the feedback is just average, with a strong aligning torque and weak damping. The suspension leans towards comfort tuning, with good shock absorption but weak lateral support. The only noticeable aspect is the brake. It has electric-powered brakes, but the feel of the pedal is not good. There seems to be a disconnect between the pedal feedback and braking force, so it will take some time to know how much pressure to apply. Interestingly, my colleague roommate was a part of the engineering team developing this braking system. So I told him about the issue immediately, hoping that by the time we drive this in Europe, the brakes will have been improved. In the second half of 2024, this C10 will officially enter the European market. So what's the market positioning of this car? It's quite simple. You can think of it as an electric Citroën. It doesn't have standout features, but it offers all-around comfort and practicality. And looking at the pre-order price in China, the cost effectiveness will be one of its biggest advantages. Here's another interesting story. According to Leapmotor, Stellantis might sell a rebanded version of this car later this year. We don't know which band they will use, considering they have quite a lot of them. But if you have concerns about the brand you have never heard of, would you feel more reassured with a familiar badge?